Here's the box for the Huion KAMVAS GT191. And here's what comes inside the box. We have a thank you note, the tablet itself, which has a 19.5-inch LCD display. It comes with a pre-installed anti-glare screen protector, which is attached by 4 double-sided stickers at each corner, which means you can easily reattach it. Underneath, we've got a beautiful glass surface. The stand is made of plastic and metal as well as a non-slip rubber bottom, just like the tablet itself. Here is the locking mechanism, which gives you 20 to 80 degrees of tilt. What I like about this stand already is that the teeth are really small, which means that I can tilt the screen in tiny increments exactly to my liking. It comes with an extra pen, which is totally awesome because I can always keep one charged while working. It has over 8,000 levels of pressure sensitivity. The build is plastic from end to end with a nice metallic accent and 2 programmable buttons. The buttons have a good amount of travel and make soft clicking sounds, which I found a little addictive playing with, admittedly. Both are rechargeable via the small port at the end of the pen. One concern I had was that they don't have rubber grips, but after using it for the last few days, I haven't found that to be an issue at all. It's very comfortable to use, and so far it hasn't slipped out of my hand. It also comes with a pen holder which can hold the stylus standing up or lying down. You can also twist it open to reveal 8 extra nibs and a nib extractor. There's a thick cleaning cloth, a 2-fingered glove with really silky smooth fabric to help your hand glide across the screen as you draw. There are 4 screws and, surprisingly, a screwdriver to mount the stand to the tablet. Here we have the tablet USB cable, pen charger cable, VGA, HDMI, power cable, and adapter. Also in the box is an installation CD, instruction manual, and warranty card. Shoot, another nosebleed. Okay, I'm gonna charge the pen for a little bit while I clean up. With the stand attached, this is the tablet at an 80-degree angle. Making adjustments to the tablet angle is smooth, and I find the lever very well positioned. This is the lowest angle of the tablet. When pressing down on the corners, there is a bit of movement, but keep in mind I am using a lot of force on it. It definitely feels very sturdy. I don't feel like I need to be gentle with it at all. Okay, so here I've hooked up the VGA cable, power, and USB cord. Make sure the USB is plugged directly into your computer. In the beginning, I used a USB hub, which did cause me some trouble. So right off the bat, when I turned the monitor on, I noticed that the screen was kind of blurry, and that's due to the screen protector. Once it comes off, the monitor looks really sharp and the colors are more vibrant. Later on, I'll be testing this out with the protector on and off to see which I ultimately prefer. Now, I've already installed the driver from the CD, which only took a few minutes. So let's open the desktop app and set up the stylus. In the app, I can program the 2 stylus buttons. I'm setting the top button as Ctrl-Z so I can easily undo, and I don't know what to do with the second button, so I'll leave it as is. I can also adjust the pressure sensitivity. The lower the number, the more sensitive the pen will be. And in here, I can calibrate the stylus to the screen. Out of the box, the cursor is about 2 millimeters off. After I calibrate it, it's about ½ a millimeter off. I've tried calibrating many times and I get similar results. For this review, I wanted to test the tablet by drawing a complete portrait. I'm also a total beginner to Photoshop, so this section of the review will also include my thoughts about going digital. Drawing with the stylus felt quite natural. I like how light and ergonomic it is as well. I found the placement of each button to be just right, and they're also really easy to distinguish from each other because one sticks out further than the other. Regarding response time, there is no noticeable lag. When it comes to shading, I think the pressure levels are great. I didn't need to do much erasing or undoing, so that's a good sign. Now, even though the cursor isn't positioned perfectly under the pen, I got used to it really quickly. It only bothers me when I'm zoomed all the way out and working on small details. Other than that, I don't think it's a big issue for me. One thing I love already about working on this tablet is how large the screen is and how rich the colors are. I'm not a techie, so here are some specs just for you. The screen has a resolution of 1920 by 1080p and an LPI resolution of 5081, which stands for lines per inch. The vivid colors are attributed to its 72% NTSC color gamut and 3000:1 contrast ratio, which allows the display to present more than 16 million colors vividly. In the beginning, I calibrated the pen, but after a few hours the cursor was an additional millimeter off, so I quickly calibrated the pen again, which only took a few seconds to do. By the way, at this point, it's almost 3 in the morning and I was pretty much finished the portrait, but I was having a total blast, so I decided to color it as well. Now, this is the most exciting thing about working digitally for me. Normally, I never add color to my portraits, but doing it digitally means I can always revert back to the original version if my experimentation goes wrong. So I feel like I can push my boundaries a lot more if I use this more often. Regarding screen protector versus glass, I much prefer drawing on the glass because everything just looks sharper and the stylus glides across the screen pretty effortlessly, which makes the drawing experience feel super smooth. The stylus did squeak a lot in the beginning, but after the first few minutes, it ran silent. I think the nib just needed to be worn down. Now, this is the next morning. I finished the portrait the previous night, but I didn't want to stop, so I extended the canvas and added some more details, which I absolutely love, because it turned out so much better than I expected, working digitally. Okay, let's check on the nib. I used it for about 3 hours and it's still in great shape. And the pen kept its charge. So what are my opinions on this tablet so far? Here are the pros. Again, the screen quality looks amazing, colors are vibrant, everything looks super sharp. The build quality of this tablet feels and looks great. It's really sturdy. And I don't feel like I need to be gentle with it at all. Another thing I like is that the rubber base keeps everything perfectly in place when I draw, and there is no noticeable shake. The stylus feels light, comfortable to use, and I'm very happy with the pressure sensitivity. I did have some trouble setting this up in the beginning, but that was totally my fault because I hate reading instructions. A few cons are that even after careful calibration, the cursor is still about half a millimeter off. I got used to it fairly quickly, but it's most noticeable for me when I'm zoomed all the way out and trying to work on small details. I'm quite nitpicky about precision, so this might just be me. Also, I couldn't get the nib remover to work even after reading the instructions, so that will be an issue when I need to replace one, although I'm sure a pair of tweezers will do the job. Now, when I lower the stand to the bottommost tier, the wires are in the way, which makes part of the stand lift up off the table. But if I position the cables over to the side, this doesn't happen anymore. This is just something for you to keep in mind if you want to prevent the wires from pinching. Overall, I really enjoyed drawing on this tablet. I think it's really easy to use. There's really no learning curve at all. Using Photoshop, though, is a different story. I feel like once I learn more about Photoshop, I'll be able to create more realistic renderings, but that's aside from this review. I love drawing on this tablet and I'm so excited to play with it further. I have to admit, I've been starting to lose interest in drawing, but this was just so refreshing for me. It definitely reignited a spark somehow. I'm giving this tablet a big thumbs up. I think the price point is great considering the quality, and I think the pros far outweigh the cons. If you want to check out more detailed specs on the Huion KAMVAS GT191 or pick one up for yourself, check out the link down in the description. If you have any questions about the tablet, let me know and I'll try my best to help you out. And thanks again to Huion for sending me this awesome drawing tablet. It's been a lot of fun to play with.